Dear students, welcome to the next session. Here I will discuss the different types of cell and their structural organization. Already from the last session, we came to know that there are two different types of cells. It may be unicellular organism. Every organism is actually composed of a single cell or a multiple cells. Any living cell fall into one of two broad categories, that is the prokaryotes or the eukaryotes. Okay, now we'll just learn what are the different structural organizations of the prokaryotes. Hope you can see the slide. In the right hand, you can see a three-dimensional cross-sectional view of prokaryotic cells. Okay, so what are the different structural components of prokaryotes? So prokaryotes are actually considered as the simplest form of life. So prokaryotes are the simpler and smaller than eukaryotes. Another important point is that it lacks nucleus or different kinds of membrane-bound organelles. Now just take a brief look on the picture. You can see that the outermost part is usually surrounded by rigid cell wall or slime layers that protects the prokaryotic cells from the outside environment and maintain its shape. Prokaryotes have only one cell membrane or the plasma membrane. Only one cell membrane or the plasma membrane. This plasma membrane is actually surrounded by the cell wall, which is a rigid network of covalently linked carbohydrates and peptide channels. Prokaryotic cells lacks any kind of cytoskeleton. So, in prokaryotic cells, there are no cytoskeletons. The nuclear material consists of the single circular chromosome, which is in direct contact with the cytoplasm. Here, the undefined nuclear region is known as a nucleolate. Many bacterial species have very small number of genes, suppose 1000. However, surprisingly, they can carry out most of the biochemical reactions. On the outside, you can also see the flagella or villi, which are actually projected outwardly from the cell wall. This structure actually facilitates movement and communications between cells. Prokaryotic cells reproduce by asexual divisions, although sexual exchange also can occur. Now we will see what about the eukaryotes. That means what are the structural organization of eukaryotes, most important structural components of eukaryotes. Eukaryotes in the left hand side, you can see a three-dimensional cross-sectional depiction of a eukaryotic cell. Eukaryotes have well-defined membrane-bound organelles like nucleus. Eukaryotes includes plant, animals, fungi, and protists. In comparison to the prokaryotic cells, these are much greater in size, typically having cell volume 10 to the power 3 to 10 to the power 4 times large compared to the prokaryotic cells. They can maintain different they can maintain different environment, cellular chemical environment inside one single cell through this compartmentalization by membranes, and which actually allow them to carry out various forms of reaction, various type of reaction simultaneously. These actually help them to grow much faster compared to the prokaryotes. Thank you.